Hello and welcome to episode 141,
Yep.
I think, of the DaebakCast.
Nailed it.
This is a weekly podcast where we come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever is current in the K-pop industry. As always, I'm joined by Nate.
Hey, we gonna make it fire. Thank you, Exy.
You should have chose un, deux, trois, but technically that's
not
French,
English.
So. Yeah. Anyways, this will be a short episode.
Yep.
We were gonna do like 4 reviews, but we decided that the other 2 weren't really.
Yeah, basically
much, so.
we like sat around we could not think of 4 topics, and then we were just gonna throw 2 reviews in for just to get us to 4 topics. And then Cooper gave me his scores before either of us had listened to him, and he gave him like a 3 and a 4 or something. And I was like, okay, if these albums are that bad, let's just not even review them, and we'll just do two topics, short week.
Yep.
And then we're gonna take a break next week for Thanksgiving. So no episode the week next week. For us Americans, we have a holiday. But the week after we're gonna have a surprise. I wasn't gonna reveal what it was. Yes, the week after, Andrew will finally be back. He might talk about why he was gone. I don't know. But either way, we're gonna talk about some upcoming changes and stuff. We're basically gonna talk about truly Daebak year 4, which is ridiculous to say.
Planned in. Wait, is it really year 4?
I was thinking, because I thought it was. I thought we were going into our 3rd year, and then I thought about it. And I was like, wait, no, we've been doing this for 3 years already. This is gonna be our 4th year. It's scary.
Yeah, because we're almost at.
It was
150.
150. Yeah, 50 episodes a year, roughly, based with some missed weeks. So we're going into year 4.
That is.
And we're
crazy.
gonna be changing it up. But we'll talk about that 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
But yeah, this week just 2 reviews, both mini albums, so it'll be a short one. I'll probably put, if you're listening to this, it's Monday or whenever you listen, but I'll probably just do Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
All right, cool.
For releases.
All right, I guess we can start, but first, I want to show my.
Also, rigmarole.
I framed my Tiffany poster. Yeah,
yes.
Also I'm Jacob, but hashtag no blown up, but there is Tiffany.
Yes. Hashtag yes, Tiffany. But no, join Discord and all that garbage.
Oh yeah. How about you just do
yeah,
that?
I'm so used yeah, that's true. So subscribe to us on YouTube. If you listen to us on audio, review us on iTunes, and follow. You can subscribe on like pretty much everything, I think. I don't really know how audio podcast services work. I've never used any of them. But yeah, follow us on YouTube, like the videos, and follow us on Twitter. And the most important thing is join our Discord, where we have a nice, happy family. It is mucho lit. We do fun things like song ratings, where we're all going to tear into quarter 3, because this quarter 3 was not a good quarter for K-pop releases. There was a lot of bad stuff. There's some like utterly amazing Song of the Year stuff, but that's like sprinkled in among a lot of really bad stuff. So
a lot of garbage.
Yeah, because I mean, we got like Devil and Deja Vu and stuff, but like there's a lot of bad stuff in there. And then we also are doing a K-pop fantasy league, which is a new thing we just started. We're after 1 week now, so you won't be able to join. The season's already started, but if you join Discord, you can join next season. We're doing them every 3 months, this one's taking 3 months. Then we need to reevaluate how it all works and stuff. But I'm sure we'll do a 2nd season fairly soon after this one ends.
Regardless, though, if you join not too long after, there'll be another one. So
yes, I think I'm in 3rd right now. I've been slowly dropping throughout the week.
Wait, who's winning?
Kirti is destroying everyone because she has IU.
Okay.
She has IU. But it's gonna change a lot when EXO comes out, because they're just gonna murder everyone, and the people who have Baekhyun and Kai get double points because of Super M. So it's like, it's gonna change a lot. I'm gonna lose because I don't have any EXO people. I'm gonna drop a lot. But I'm doing okay so far.
Cool. All right, I guess we can get into first topic then.
Yes.
All right, so what you've all been waiting for.
Yes.
We have the
A
review of
momentous release.
IU's new EP, which finally is released, Love Poem. Starting off that, we have the track Unlucky. I really like the song. Spoiler. The lighthearted like marching piano paired with like IU's like gorgeous vocals really make for a nice opener to the mini album. I think this track does a good job of kind of like finding a middle ground between the earlier half of her body of work and the latter half, and I think it works really well, especially to like open the album with. Um, Another thing I like is I really like the use of tambourines in the chorus to kind of add a little percussive element to it. But yeah, overall, really nice track.
Yep. I said she's back.
She is.
And yeah, pretty much agree with everything Jacob said. I love the bounty like piano on top of her always amazing vocals. There's some nice vocal layering. And I like how the intro of the song is like a nice minimalist aspect to it. It's just the singing and the piano basically. But then it gets much more complicated as it goes on. And yeah, there's some sax. There's like really bright synths that are really quiet in the background. There's just so much going on. It's hard to point it all out throughout the song. But it's all really cool. It all works really well. And yeah, her vocals are flawless as always. I agree. I think it's a great opener for the album. There's like a nice coffee shop feel to the song that IU always does really well.
Yeah. All right. Up next we have The Visitor. Starting out with like a really nice and deep acoustic guitar, I thought was a nice choice. When paired with IU's like singing style in the song, I think it helps to set like a darker mood for the like overall composition of the song. It almost feels like a song that would have been recorded using like electronic beats and percussion to make a more like traditional R&B track. But I'm really glad that she went with a more like acoustic vibe for this one. I think it stands out much more that way.
Yeah, this is a more chill song. I love the focus on that acoustic guitar sound to just complement her voice. And I think like the bass and the guitar are great, and then the piano comes in and like follows her voice for the pre-chorus. I really loved that. I think the song is just like really soothing, and yeah, once again, it's got more. This is something IU does a lot really well, but there's a lot of really good vocal layering and like harmonizing with herself, because they do, like, obviously she's a solo artist, but they do a lot of vocal layering of her own voice to make it feel like bigger.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Blooming.
We're gonna like speed through this episode. It's gonna be like 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
Because they're. But yeah, Blooming. Let's go.
Blooming. So this is the track that got a music video for this album. Back to a much more like lighthearted mood. The vibe of this reminds me of like some like acoustic like female pop, a little bit of like rock sprinkled in there as well, from like the mid to late like 2000s, which is nice because we don't always get this sort of thing anymore. I love the drop into the chorus. It really gives a nice feel with the just how it is. It's just really fun, I guess. Shout out as well to like the awesome like drum fills during the chorus. Despite them being kind of like 80s style synth drums, I think they work really well. It's super catchy. I think this will definitely like go down as one of IU's best like pure like pop tracks easily.
Yep, I think this
very
is
spammable.
Oh, definitely. I think this is one of her best title tracks. And the song gives me chills. I just love everything about it. It's just got like a really fun and uplifting guitar line. It like the way the energy like ebbs and flows, the way it picks up and like the guitar gets more pronounced for the chorus, brings the energy up. All the repetitive vocal lines are like really make it fun to listen to. It's easy to follow along and like sing with. Like you said, it's very spammable.
Yes. And
like her vocals are just insane in this song. Like the pre-chorus has that like soft, airy, fun IU vocals, and then the chorus she like brings power to it without making it too intense. Yeah, I absolutely love this song. Like I said, I get chills listening to it. It's like ASMR, I guess, for listening to this song. But yeah, this might be my favorite IU title track of all time. I have to think about it more.
Better than Good Day.
But it's up there.
Wow.
It's I don't want to commit to that, but it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
It's
really
good.
really good.
I was blown away by this.
All right, up next we have Above the Time. Speaking of chills, this song is like a very cinematic opening, which I think gives IU's vocals coming in more of a like impactful entry. The way the instrumentals like fill up the space in certain sections was like fucking brilliant. I really really love what they've done with that in this song. IU's vocals blow you away, which is to be expected at some point on an IU album, but this is like really such a great song. The mixture of like acoustic and synthetic elements really work together as well, with her voice, which is nice and powerful, yet ever so gentle. And then also like towards the end of the song, I love the like country sounding breakdown that also like dips into opera, which is like crazy. Yeah, this song is amazing, and it like takes on a journey. I'd say this is one of my favorites on the album. There's 3 songs on the album that really like are like tied up for me for being my favorite, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I think beginning of the song, so Last Fantasy is my favorite IU song. And I think the opening to the song is like part 2 of Last Fantasy. It's that same vibe. It's like listening to like a fairy tale in audio form. It's like a Disney song, like just insanely swelling, like movie soundtrack, like ballady song. And like, yeah, her just soaring vocals and strings are just like so good. And then, yeah, for the second pre-chorus, it gets like a little more poppy. There's like they add a beat and then some synths come in with like a really driving drum beat added in. It just kind of gives it an extra layer of intensity. And then there's the bridge you talked about that just goes all over the place. There's like swelling instruments. So to me it sounded like an Irish jig. I mean, it's like a fiddle. It's like a fiddle based.
It's very
like,
folky though.
Yeah, folk
way.
sounding like type of thing. And then opera is also something I 100% noticed. That reminded me of Minso's Zero a lot, where there's just like a lot of crazy things going on, which works because Minso in line always reminded me of stuff IU did. So and then I
think she definitely was inspired a lot by IU.
Definitely. And then it just ends on this epic symphonic swell for the third chorus. This is another one of, I think, IU's best songs.
Yeah. All right, up next we have Lullaby, which I don't have a ton to say on it because it's a ballad, but it's like an amazing, like really gentle ballad. It's kind of a staple at this point to have a track like this on like every IU album. Like on Palette, she had a couple. No, but IU does it.
Well, IU
these
does
particular ones.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of fulfilled by like Through the Night or like Closing Scene on Palette. But yeah, IU's vocals are stunning as always, and the piano instrumental is really nice as well. Very well done.
Yep. Yeah, I said it's a ballad, but it's an IU ballad, which means it's up there as one of the best ballads ever made, along with all of her other ballads. But yeah, I think her vocals just go in so insanely well with piano parts, and I could listen to just like piano and IU like songs exclusively for the rest of my life. They're just so good. Her vocal runs are amazing. I just said like IU reviews are hard to do because they're so repetitive. Because they're like, oh my god, her vocals. Yeah, we're just like gushing about her vocals in every song and how there's like a great piano accompaniment in most of the songs. Like they're just all amazing. But yeah, this is once again another great song.
All right, up next is the third of the trifecta between Blooming Above the Time, number 6 or number 3, number 6 in the album, number 3 in the trifecta is Love Poem. The deep piano intro is really nice. The really low like tempo really sets a nice mood, as well as the like amount of echo they used in the mix to give it like a much larger and more hollow feeling to it.
Mm-hmm.
IU's vocals are like absolutely pristine on this song. Like there are a few songs she sound better in, I think. Like although this track was like released ahead of the rest of the songs, it might be my favorite on the album along with Blooming and Above the Time.
Mm-hmm.
Really really great choices for the title tracks. The guitar work throughout this song was really quite remarkable as well. I also as well really like the sections towards the end where they brought in the male vocals to accompany her as well.
Mm-hmm.
It like took it from a really like somber ballad to like almost like a like soft like alt rock song, which is interesting.
This one didn't get
kind of.
Oh god.
I was gonna say, and then it kind of goes back into the ballad and wraps up. Really, really great.
Mm-hmm. This one didn't get a music video, did it?
Oh, it didn't.
I don't think so.
I thought it did.
I was trying to find it. I know Blooming had one and Above the Time had one, but I didn't. Okay. I couldn't find one for this. But no, yeah,
I could have sworn I remembered watching a music video for this. I guess
there were some like fake ones out there, but no, yeah, like Above the Time does have one. But no, yeah, for the song, I think it ends the album perfectly. Like you said, it's very moody. To me, like the song starts, or like the song is very melancholic, but then it like progresses into like a very uplifting feeling. So I think it's like a really great way to end the album. Once again, amazing use of piano and acoustic guitar to like elevate her vocal abilities. I think they match the tone perfectly. And then at the end, like you said, it builds and they add an electric guitar and they add like the male vocals, which they layer a bunch, so it almost has like a bit of a choir feeling. To really like take that melancholic feeling and like make it more uplifting. I think the song builds perfectly. And yeah, it's just a fantastic way to end the album.
All right, so with that,
I wonder what scores we're gonna give it.
Going to ratings, I gave it a 10. This was just every song on this album was great. I really loved the music videos she put out for this as well. So yeah, I think this was really really good, and it's again up there for album of the year. Well, definitely for mini album of the year. So yeah, I've gotta look at my short list and
we gotta make a decision. Although we might, I don't know, we gotta talk about that still, but we'll see. We might have a little bit more time. We're thinking about we might move it to February and then just do year to year end, so it makes it's a little easier on us. Yep. So for me, I also gave it a 10. Surprise. I think for me, IU is my number one K-pop artist when it comes to actual musical quality. Like I don't think there's like even above Taeyeon. I'd put her above Taeyeon in terms of musical quality, personally. And every time she has a new release, I just have these insane expectations, and I'm always worried it's not gonna be able to match them, because like when you're 10 out of 10 every time and you put out flawless album after flawless album, I'm like, how it's gonna be a disappointment at some point. And then somehow every time she just like finds a way to surpass my expectations. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but keep it up, like keep it going, because every album she's put out is insanely good. So yeah, I gave it a 10, and we actually got scores from pretty much everyone except Andrew. Cooper is a loser, gave it a 9.
Wow.
He gave the music a 6 out of 7, but he gave concept 3 out of 3. Sam gave it a 10 out of 10. And Baron, our resident hardcore IU stan, also gave it a 10 out of 10. And he had a comment. He said, I had very high expectations for IU's first real comeback in almost 2.5 years, and she still exceeded my expectations. Even a 10 out of 10 doesn't do this release justice. Blooming is one of her best title tracks. Love Poem is beautiful. Above the Time makes me feel warm and cozy. Yay, IU. So pretty much mirrored exactly what we all said. So it gets 49 out of 50, which rounds up to a 10. Screw you, Cooper.
We should just revisionist history Cooper and make it a throbbing lead.
Yeah, it's throbbing lead, Daebak. Cooper didn't rate this album. Sorry, guys. I'll edit that out. So it got 40 out of 40. Throbbingly Daebak album.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay. Next, topic 2. We have WJSN, the new mini album As You Wish, which Nate will lead this topic.
WJSN is back for their fall release. And we're going to start with As You Wish, which is the single off the album. And so this song's like more upbeat and fun than I was expecting. It's still got the aspects of their usual like cosmic, mysterious sea sound, but they took it more in like a more fun, like upbeat, danceable direction, I feel like. The synths are like more bouncy and fun. There's a drop chorus with like a really nice singable hook. It's just everything about it's just a lot more like a happy and positive sounding, or like than their usual like more mysterious, mellowy, cosmic sound.
Yes.
I really like Xy's rap for this song. She does this one part where she does like 16th note like for like a couple syllables, and that always catches my ear. And I think the ending is amazing with like the group vocals they do. It just like sounds really uplifting and like fits that like fun vibe, and is a great way to end this song. And then on top of that, the choreography is amazing. They do a ton of like crazy, like intricate hand movements throughout the whole song. It's like really intense choreography, actually. It's probably one of their most intense songs. They're just doing a lot all the time, and they have they're the main hook, or like for the chorus, is they have like a ton of crazy hand movements. So it looks really good, and the music video, as always, looks great. And there's Cat.
Oh, you're good? Okay.
I'm good. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah. I thought the electronic instrumentals in the opening on the opening track are really nice. Well, opening track being this song. The deep bass I thought was really effective. The singing is really nice, and the percussive singing is really nice and percussive during the verses, and leading up to the chorus. The build-up was nice as well. I also like to shout out Xy's rap. I thought it was pretty good in this song. This is probably one of the better WJSN title tracks for me. It's really fun, like EDM pop track.
Yep. Yeah, side note, if you haven't listened to us for a long time, Jacob's not the biggest fan of WJSN, so I expected him to bring this
I'll explain why in a couple
review
tracks.
down. Oh yeah, I know exactly what song to talk about. Next we have Luck Kitty Cat, and the song is retro AF. I think it's awesome. It has like, it keeps that vibe going from As You Wish, and just adds like a nice funky like retro twist to it. It's still like a really fun track. It gets you moving. And I think this is definitely the best song on the album and one of their best songs. The synths used throughout the song are really good. There's like that high-pitched sci-fi sounding synth that like accents their vocals, and then there's a ton of like lower-end bassy synths. And the bass line alone is just really good. I wasn't expecting something like this on the album. It blew me away. It's just such a great retro style dance track.
Yeah, I thought I love the title, by the way. Lucky Cat.
Lucky Cat.
I don't know what. Okay. Anyways, really nice synth instrumentals. I thought the high pitched synths in the beginning in particular were really nice. The bass notes they used as like the percussive force in the song are really nice as well. The song has a lot of good like forward momentum, particularly like in the chorus section. The style of instrumentation on this reminds me a lot of EXO's Gravity, which is a song I really loved on their Don't Mess Up My Tempo album. So yeah, really another really good track on this album.
Jacob's actually gonna listen to this album, but like after a review once maybe.
Yes.
Next we have Lights Up. So this is our acoustic.
Song, though.
Not the song. This is the song. Okay. So this is an acoustic ballad. It's a Uju Sonyo ballad. I think their vocals are great as always. They do some nice like harmonies and layered vocals. And the one thing that stood out to me is, well, I guess two things that stood out. I like the piano line during the pre-chorus that follows their vocals. And then in the bridge, there's some like nice strings and other instrumentals that kind of give it like a fantasy fairy tale vibe. But overall, it's a acoustic ballad. Like, it didn't blow me away or anything. But I don't think it's bad.
So for me, I thought the instrumentation is a standout. It's very nice and orchestral. The string section in it was really nice. However, like overall, the song was just kind of a miss for me. I thought it was boring.
Yeah.
And it's mostly because I don't know how to like put it, but like WJSN's vocals really just don't pass for me.
Yeah.
Like there's not enough variation. There's not enough variation in each of their individual voices, and it kind of just leaves me bored because I think like on their own, each member is you know, for the most part a capable vocalist. At least their you know,
vocal line.
Their vocal line, yeah, are good, but like I don't know, they just don't like, they don't have voices that particularly like stand out versus members of other groups, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get
so
it.
I think if they stick to more like fun songs like the previous two on this album, I'd be more happy with them overall. But like on like more vocal centric tracks, they just don't really sell it for me, I guess.
Yeah, I get that. They definitely do have some like bleed over in their vocal tones, so where they can get a little samey. If you're not super familiar, which I can see can get boring. Next we have WW or Ooh.
WW.
So this is their signature sound. They have one of these songs on pretty much every album, and honestly, like I have an issue with this one in particular because not only so you wouldn't understand this just because you're not a huge fan of Uju Sonyo, but not only is this their signature sound, it has a very similar like melody and like structures and like pieces, like bits and pieces of the other songs that this is similar to where it's almost like they plagiarized their own song. It really is, and this isn't a fault I have with the group. I just want the producers to like come up with some new ideas within this sound space if they want to keep doing this type of song for Uju Sonyo, because I think it does a good, like they do this song well, and they, like I said, there's one of these songs on every album. People like them, and I like them. But yeah, this song to me, like when I heard it, I was like, I feel like I've heard every part of this song in another Uju Sonyo song before. So it just felt really weird to me. It's not a bad song in the slightest, but that threw me off. And
Frankenstein.
Yeah, it disappointed me with how similar it was to other songs they have.
I guess I'll cover like what I liked about it. Like I really love the pulsing synth that they used to start it off. I think the way it builds up works really well. I also really like the way that they kind of like exploded into the song like right after the build up in the beginning. That particular part, I guess like the seam on it kind of could make it seem like they took pieces from other songs and just stuck them together.
Well, I don't think they literally did that. I just mean like
no, it just seems a little bit that way, but I like that part of it. The way the instrumental also drops off right before the build up to the chorus is really nice, and it like fills back up into like the really fun chorus. I thought this was a good track. I like this.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the track and I love these types of songs. It's more of an issue I have with the producers. I want them to try new things.
More variation.
Yeah, I want more variation. But the track itself, I enjoy. Next, we have Bada Boom. We get the trilogy ending that is like threw me off basically, because this song is something we hear a lot from girl groups lately, but we don't get from Uju Sonyo. And we finally got like a girl crush song from Uju Sonyo. I really like how the instrumentals like groove during the pre-chorus, and I think XD's rap fits it really well. And it like tones down, or sorry, I think that was the verse. And then it tones down for the pre-chorus and like builds, and the instrumentals get really punchy leading into the chorus. And I think the chorus did a good job of mixing their like signature like cosmic sound with a girl crush sound. It has like the ooh-ah-oohs that are like have that bit of like mysterious cosmic-y vibe and some chimes and stuff to like kind of blend those two sounds. But yeah, this type of song is just, or this song is just like the type of song I'll just groove out to in the car. And it even has like the hype YG style ending at the end where it just gets like super hyped to close out. So I really enjoyed this. It was nice to hear Ujusonyo try something like this.
Yeah, so this song like intensely reminds me of a song I've heard before. I can't put my finger on it. I can't figure out what song I'm thinking of. Like the closest I'm thinking of is Up and Down by Taeyeon, but that's not it. That's really not it.
I can't help you. It didn't.
I have no idea. It's reminding me of something. Anyways, though, I thought Exy's raps in this were really good. Although kind of short, but she had like 2 different raps, so it's fine. I really like the distorted, like high pitched vocal right before the super huge and like deep sounding chorus drop. Again, I think this is another good track, so very solid so far.
Yep. Next we have Full Moon, which Dawon helped produce. And we finally got a Luna release before the end of the year, because the song is straight out of Luna's like sound playbook.
It's even called Full Moon.
And yeah, it has a perfect name for it too. But I think it fits Ujusonyo well too. It's got like the echoey response vocals. It's got like bouncy, mysterious instrumentals with random like whistles and effects. And the chorus has that like modified vocals that give it like a sultry feel, with some like repetitive and catchy lyrics. Just overall, I could like 100% see this being an Odd Eye Circle song, or just like a full Luna song. But I think Ujusonyo did it really, really well, and I enjoy it a lot for that. So props to Dawon for producing this. Partially.
Yeah, I really like the twinkly like synths that they went with for this one.
Yeah.
Again, Un, Deux, Trois. I thought that was funny in the beginning. It's got kind of like a misty vibe going for it, which I think lends well to like the full moon visual associated with the title. I really like the like understated rap before the pre-chorus. Speaking of, the chorus is a little repetitive, but it's not so bad that it ruins the song. I just thought it was a little bit too repetitive.
Yeah.
Overall, it's another like really fun song. Just I don't think it's as good as the other dance tracks on the album, but it's still really good, I guess, if that makes sense.
And finally, we have Don't Touch, which Exy helps produce. And they end on a very hype song, which makes sense that Exy produced something like this. It's very Exy sounding.
Yeah.
You have that like clap beat to hype you up for the chorus. It's got this really funky, like glitchy chorus, with some great vocals. And then the post-chorus has this like hype glitch instrumental part leading into Exy's rap. Overall, I think it's just like a really fun song. It's all over the place, but in a good way.
But
the chorus really stands out to me. I really like the chorus.
Yeah, this song is really like hype and chaotic, but I think they do it in a way that's not annoying. So like basically they did it well, whereas a lot of people go way too far in the weeds of that and kind of ruin the song.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the huge like brass synths and percussions used in this song. I think the rapping is really fun. Normally I don't like the hi-hats, but I think they're used tastefully in the song. The breakdown into the chorus is awesome. I love the bass line. And the vocals were actually pretty good here as well, which is a big compliment for me because, as mentioned before, I'm not the biggest fan of their vocals. Yeah. But I think particularly like in the chorus sections, they're really well done.
Yep, that stood out to me a lot, was the chorus, the vocals in the chorus.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. So let's get to scores. For me, I gave it a 6.5 out of 7 for music. Basically just a small knock for Lights Up being a little generic. And I didn't even want to knock. I didn't want to knock Uwu for like production, like issues I have with the producer, because like even I don't even have issues with the production of the song itself in a vacuum. It's just with the broader picture, it's I have issues with the production of it, but I didn't want to knock it for that. So just 6.5 out of 7, and then I gave it 3 out of 3 for concept, because I think that their styling was fantastic and the choreography is really intense and really good. I think they deserve that. So 9.5 out of 10 for me.
All right. So for music, I actually also gave it 6.5 out of 7. Just because I didn't want to like kill him too much for Lights Up. It's just that song was just not good in my opinion. But that being said, the rest of the songs on the album were really, really great. So I went with a 6.5 out of 7 for music. And then concept, I went with a 1.5 just because I felt like the music video was not special like at all.
Yeah. You gotta watch the live performance. Raise it a whole 1 point probably.
Maybe. But yeah, overall, like I went with an 8 out of 10. I think is a really solid album, particularly music wise.
Yep. Cooper gave it a 6.5 out of 7 for music and a 3 out of 3 for concept to give it a 9.5 as well. And Sam gave it a 5.5 for music and a 3 for concept, for an 8.5. So we got 8.5 and 2 9.5s. So that's like I don't know, probably rounds to about 9. I gotta do math.
I think
it's not easy math.
It's got the truly Daebak album status.
I'm gonna double check it. You can lead into our outro.
All right. Well, while Nate's doing that, I guess I'll thank you for listening.
Yes.
If you like our stuff, please subscribe to our channel. Comment on our videos. Leave any thoughts. We love to hear from you guys.
Let us know what you thought of the albums.
Usually reply. Let's see. Again, please join Discord. It's the best way to kind of connect with us, with our more broad community, which is always growing, and everybody's friends. It's fun. It's a good time.
Yep. It was an 8.875, so it rounds up to a 9. So truly cool. Daebak, a seal of approval.
Yes.
And we didn't even have Andrew to help inflate the numbers.
Yep. Yeah. So I guess with that, thanks for listening. Catch you next week.
Stay blooming.
Stay blooming. Yeah.
Stay throbbingly blooming.